business is easy. I'm getting customers like crazy.
I realized that there was a big issue on campus, basically. So what we did is we offered a service for college students. So it worked really well. It was just like, wow, business is easy. I'm getting customers like crazy. And then, of course, business is not easy.
Story.
Hey guys, we're flipping the script a little bit this week. I joined my friend Mark on his podcast this week, pretty similar to the Business Blitz podcast, and we had a great time, had a lot of great questions, a lot of great content. Hope you guys enjoy the video.
Welcome back to the SMB Journey Show. Got a great guest today. Colin, what's up, man?
How's it going, Mark? Happy to be on.
I feel like I earned my keep to get here. I think I did 30 replies over 30 days. Took you up on your challenge.
Yeah, so I have, for everyone who doesn't know or doesn't follow me on X, I have an open challenge, an open offer for anyone who wants to get me on a call for either to sell me something on a podcast, whatever. If you reply to my posts on X 30 days in a row, I will hop on a call with you, and that's for anybody. So that's,
I can't
and Mark took me up on that.
Taking you up on that. I mean, if I was trying to sell you something, I definitely would take you up on that. It's a free opportunity to pitch you.
Right, exactly. And you're the first person that's actually followed through on it. So it's kind of funny. But it's an easy way to get me on a call. But I mean, not exactly easy. You got to be consistent.
Yeah, no, well, I got to say, I feel like I've burned out my reply guy after those 30 days. I've taken a little hiatus from replying, just to other accounts too, on X. But yeah, man, it was fun. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was good.
So, Colin, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Colin Rutherford. I grew up in Buffalo, New York, originally a hockey player growing up. So I got an offer to play college hockey at Dartmouth College, where I went to school. And that's kind of where my entrepreneurial journey began. My junior year, I started a company called Green Box Storage because I realized that there was a big issue on campus, basically. So students didn't have a good solution for summer storage. So basically what we did is we offered a pickup and delivery summer storage service for college students. So I started just at Dartmouth, and it worked really well. It was just like, wow, business is easy. I'm getting customers like crazy. And then, of course, business is not easy. That's a pretty unique
story. I mean, I haven't met many people that have just jumped straight into the entrepreneurship game.
So I kind of skipped over a minor entrance into entrepreneurship. So I'll rewind to my freshman year. So believe it or not, there are four. It's actually a pretty entrepreneurial campus, Dartmouth College.
Yeah.
So my freshman year, I got involved with a student-run mattress rental company. They rent out full-size memory foam mattresses to students in place of the Twin XL. So actually what happened was I basically scraped all the money out of my piggy bank from working summer jobs, and I actually purchased 10% of that student-run company. I grew that for a year and a half until my junior year. And then what happens is you sell it back down to underclassmen, and then they grow it, sell it back down to underclassmen. So that was my entrance into entrepreneurship. And then after I sold my equity, the company was called Grateful Bed. So after I sold my equity in Grateful Bed, I was like, I love being my own boss. I love running my own business.
Again.
What else can I do to make money on campus by starting my own thing? And I settled on storage.
Cool. So did you have this entrepreneurial mindset like even before college?
Kind of, yeah. I guess.
Or was it that program that kind of got you into it?
A program? There definitely wasn't any program, but I guess I kind of just always had it. Like the first thing I did really to make money on my own was buying and selling concert tickets, just like flipping concert tickets.
Oh, nice.
That was it. And then in freshman year, that was Grateful Bed, and that was really the first actual organized company.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think the first thing that I ever did to make money on my own, I was in 4th grade and I was selling warheads during snack time.
Nice.
It got shut down though.
Yeah, they don't like it in school for some reason. Yeah.
But I'm trying to reignite that entrepreneurial spirit within myself. So I like connecting with people like you and hearing your story. So what are you up to now?
Still running Green Box Storage. It's our 5th season in operation. I founded in 2019. So still running that. That's my largest company, but I recently started a second company back in October of 2024 called Founder Brands. In June 2023, back up even further, I made it a point to grow my personal brand on social media because I knew the value of having a lot of followers and a strong personal brand.
Wait, time out. What pushed you to have that idea? Did you just see other people doing the same thing, or
pretty much?
For that?
Yeah. So I used to use, it was called Twitter at the time. Now it's called X. Like leisurely, I was a consumer on that app all the time, and then I saw it was mostly sports and like entertainment, but then I started to see more business posts because I was engaging with them, and the algorithm pushed them to me. So I got to see like more and more business posts. I'm like, I could definitely grow an audience, and I understand the value of having an audience on an app like X. So I just started doing it.
That's sweet. Now that's similar to my story, though. I'm much older than you, but I feel like I use social media in much more of a consumption model. Like I was just on there doom scrolling or not really creating content, but then the switch flipped for me last year, and I started creating content just because I do see the value in the personal brand. But sorry, I totally derailed you in terms of what you're doing with Founders Brand. So if you want to pick that back up.
So I started getting active. I just crossed 10,000 followers like yesterday, actually. So it's been a long road. I think that's like 19 months it took me to get there. But I realized I had a recipe for success, that it worked. So I realized I was spending so much time writing, editing, scheduling, posting, and then analyzing all of this content. So I was like, I cannot keep running Greenbox Storage while spending so much time trying to grow on social media. So it's like, there's got to be a better way. So I actually built a content system just for myself. I hired a content manager just for me. Her name's Stephanie. So I paid her just to run my socials, and then people got wind of like what we were doing, and they were like, I want to do that too. I want to save myself time. I want to grow my personal brand. So it really just kind of morphed into a business, and that's how Founder Brands was born. So what we do is we help founders, business owners grow their personal brands on social media and therefore drive leads to their business.
That's awesome. No, and I mean, I totally see that problem because content, it does take a lot of time, especially like if you want to create quality content, right? I mean, I can kind of rip some tweets just off the cuff, but like if I really want to create that quality, valuable engagement, then it takes a lot of time. So I can totally see how that's a huge value add. So it's sweet that you started it more for yourself, and you saw the problem yourself. How has content helped that business?
Pretty much not at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's interesting. I didn't start I didn't grow my personal brand to help grow Greenbox Storage because we offer college students at select campuses, like 23 campuses across the country. What are the odds someone seeing my post on X that I had 5,000 followers at the time is going to be a potential customer? It's like very low. But I knew that having a brand for when I had something to sell, or when basically when I had a way to monetize that following, I would be ready to go to market fast, and I would have the distribution, which is a huge benefit of social media, already set. So then when I launched Founder Brands, I had 9,000 followers at the time, I believe. I was like, this is a huge audience that I can immediately grow Founder Brands really fast. Yeah, so Founder Brands has exploded because I put in that work like 16 months leading up to it, that now I already have this audience in place. I can turn them into clients.
That's sweet. So the problem that you're solving is you're helping founders or business owners create content for themselves to build their personal brand. So how are you actually doing that? Or what does it look like? I mean, you don't have to reveal everything, but what it looks like.
So here's our process. Each client gets a dedicated content manager. And one time per month, that content manager holds a content recording just like this. And the content manager asks you questions about your expertise, anything that's going on right now, business related, personal stories, what you can teach about basically. And then he turns that transcript from the recording into social media content on X and Twitter, or X and LinkedIn, for the entire month. So 1 hour of recording, we're able to turn that into content for the entire month. And that's what we built for myself, and it's been working with all of our clients as well.
And you post a lot of content. I mean, I feel like you post at least 3 times a day almost.
Yeah, actually three posts a day are just from my content recordings, and then anything above that is just me posting off a whim, basically.
Wow. That's sweet that you can knock it out in 2 hours. So what are some of the outcomes for either yourself or some of your clients from this content?
So there's 2 main benefits from growing on social media and posting. Number one is networking, which can manifest itself through hiring people, raising money, and also just building your network in general. So that's the biggest benefit of social media and what posting content helps with. Number 2 is distribution, which I touched on earlier, being able to drive leads to your business from social media. So more specifically to me, I've been able to launch Founder Brands and have a hockey stick trajectory right off the get-go from having a big audience. It's actually hard to do that with just organic content. It's actually very difficult. So what we've started to do now is leverage X ads. And it's incredibly inexpensive right now because so many of those advertisers left. So I'm talking like 26 cents per click is what I'm paying right now on X ads.
Oh, wow.
So my strategy is build trust with organic content, turn trust into revenue with ads.
Okay.
And it's working.
Yeah, I didn't know what you meant originally when you said it's hard to do that with organic content. So the distinction is actual advertisements. So you're running ads yourself?
Yeah, I've brought on people on the team. I'm too busy to be going through the weeds running ads.
But your account, yeah. Okay. Yep. And those perform well? I mean, so is that just, I mean, is the point of the ad, is that really just to continually keep you top of mind with prospects or people in your network, or? Yeah.
I mean, obviously the main goal is to drive leads, but we do that through a funnel approach. Okay. So I think this funnel approach, if you want to get into that, it's pretty interesting and useful for advertising, especially with a personal brand. So top of funnel is just reach. You want to get your audience, or you get your content in front of the biggest audiences possible, in your niche, of course, in your target market. Middle of funnel, you want to promote engagement. So you want to build trust there. So you're getting views. Now you want to start building the trust further along the funnel and get engagement in the middle of funnel. Bottom of funnel, the goal is sales. So now we've built this, you've seen my content. You now trust me because you've seen my content and my ads several times. If you want to make a purchasing decision, let's go. That's the bottom of funnel ad. And it works really well.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, one of the things that I wanted to ask is, I feel like it probably takes us, I don't know, I guess your ideal customer, they have to kind of be bought into this idea of social media or building their personal brand.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, because if they're not, they're probably not going to see the value or buy into the value of having content go out, right? I mean, absolutely. There has to be some baseline assumption of that there's value in building a personal brand online, right?
Right. And not everyone thinks that, but we're doing social media ads and posting content on social media. So the people that are there pretty much already
bought into
agree with the benefit of social media. We're not cold calling plumbing companies who don't know what Twitter is. You know what I mean?
Right. And with those ads, are you able to, I guess, draw attribution from those ads?
What do you mean specifically by that?
Just meaning you're able to see the analytics, or when it's at the bottom of the funnel and you're serving ads to those people at the bottom of the funnel, you're able to actually attribute dollars spent, return on dollars spent.
Yeah, and there's a few ways we can do that. I probably don't really need to get deep in the weeds, but you got to make sure the tracking's set up on the back end, and we take care of all that.
Gotcha. That's cool, man. And so switching gears a little bit, you've got a podcast too, right?
I do. The Business
Okay.
Blitz podcast.
Sweet. How's that going?
Good. Yeah. We've got a lot of episodes out. I started it, I don't know, 2 months ago now. So we release an episode every Friday on YouTube. And it's been going pretty well. I've got a newsletter called the Business Blitz newsletter. And then we started the podcast. So kind of just really hitting the content machine from every different direction, and that's kind of where I've been able to see success.
Yeah. No, and the reason I ask is selfishly because I'm trying to do the same thing. So I've been posting on X for the last almost year now. And I also started this podcast. And I'm going to try my hand at a local newsletter. Haven't pulled the trigger on that yet. Not a personal newsletter, but I like media guys. So I just wanted to get your perspective on just building all of these, I recommend
using, I recommend using Beehive if you do. I use it for my newsletter, and we run some newsletters for some clients as well, because it's kind of the same thing. You take the content recording, instead of putting it into X content, you just put it into a newsletter. So it's the same core competency, but I highly recommend using Beehive.
Yeah, no, I feel like I've seen that recommended a lot, and probably going to pull the trigger on Beehive.
Nice.
Tell me a little bit about this. I think you call it independent, location independence.
Absolutely, yeah.
What is the term that you use?
I actually, my girlfriend taught it to me for the first time. I don't know if she invented it, but basically we both...
You guys are always inventing things.
Yeah, Bottle Night too. For anyone who doesn't know, Google Bottle Night. It'll pop up. But yeah, we both work remotely. So I run my companies remotely. I don't need to be anywhere specific to run them. She's got a remote W-2 job, sales. So we decided we both are from Buffalo, New York. We moved to Florida, and we kind of snowbird right now, but we're thinking about doing an international tour, I like to say. So just kind of doing a month in like each country, basically. So we're kind of trying to figure out where we want to spend a month and figure out that path right now, probably starting in October.
That's a pretty sweet setup, I gotta say. And
let me know if you have any recommendations.
You're able to run both of your businesses remotely that way?
I run both my businesses with a laptop, and that's it. I have no monitor. I have no mouse. I have this microphone and a laptop. That's literally it. I actually posted a semi-viral X post about like my setup is literally just a laptop. That's it.
That's awesome. Speaking of Bottle Night, so when an organic post goes super viral like that, I can't remember how many views that had. I mean, is there benefit for your business in that way, or is it more just you're getting your name out there like to a massive audience and it's going to have like a cyclical effect over time? Or
yeah,
what's your take on, going crazy viral like that? How many views was that? Like 10 million?
62 million.
What?
62 million.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah, it was nuts. I got invited to talk on Sirius XM on like the Hits One channel. It's like the first channel on Sirius XM. I invited on podcast. It was insane. Barstool wrote an article about it. Like, it's crazy stuff. But does it directly and right away benefit my business? No. But did it get my face and my name in front of 62 million additional people and drive 1,300 additional followers to my account, some of which who are my target audience of business owners, some of which may have become clients of Founder Brands? Yes. So that's like that's like the cyclical trickle down effect of going viral. Not right away, but the going viral is never a bad thing.
Yeah, that's wild, man. What do you do at that point? Like, do you have to just turn your phone off, or?
I was loving it. It went on for like 3 days.
Yeah, I mean, what is the dopamine rush after that? I mean, I feel like your dopamine's completely tapped out after that.
I know. Yeah, it really was. And I'm never going to hit that again. 62 million, it was insane. But we had so many trolls. Like I can't imagine. Because there was a picture, if anyone doesn't know, it was a picture of me and my girlfriend drinking each a bottle of wine straight out of the bottle, called Bottle Night. So like we were just getting shredded. So I was like, I told her, just put your phone away. Don't even look at the comments anymore. But there's like, you couldn't really look away. Like I was trying to look at all of them. I don't know, tens of thousands of comments probably it had. It was nuts.
Yeah, that's wild. What do you think about video on X? Do you think it is actually performing well? I feel like we've heard for the last, I don't know, 6 months that video is going to be pumped way more than written content.
I've also heard that. I also haven't seen that result.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's funny you ask that, funny you ask that question, because we're probably on the same camp there. I haven't seen a big benefit or a big push for video. And I've been like pushing video too, because like I chop up my podcasts and I post them on every platform, even on LinkedIn too. Ever the LinkedIn algorithm it's pushing more video, but like I haven't seen that. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm testing it right now. So I've just been every night after I work out, I've just been posting like short videos just to kind of A/B test. And I haven't really looked at the analytics yet, but I'm kind of curious because I feel like, video is the future. And I just started going on video on my podcast here recently. But yeah, I'm going to keep playing around with it, figuring it out.
Yeah. You got to be consistent with it. That's the biggest thing. Like you can't just do video for 2 months and then, didn't get any traction and quit. Like, no, you got to do it for like a year plus to really give it a
I feel like
job.
It takes a year minimum to actually get good at it.
Yeah, that's true too. You get better at it as you go.
Right. Well, hey, I got to run and pick up my kids, but really appreciate you taking time out to connect with me. I'm glad that I put in those replies so that we could talk.
Yeah.
Any last comments? How can people find you online?
Yeah. Last comment is thanks for having me on, Mark. If for anyone that wants to hear more from me, X is my platform of choice. So check me out at X. It's Colin_RUTH89. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on every platform. My team helps me push out content to every platform every single day.
Last question. How big is your team these days?
So I've got a lead content manager, 2 copywriters, 2 ad specialists, and a full-time video editor. That's the Founder Brands team.
Sweet team, man.
Thanks. Still building.
Yeah, no, I like it. I really appreciate you taking time out, and it was great to chat live.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for having me on, Mark. Really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. If you found value in this video, click subscribe below for more business content just like this.